Apple vibe we on. Lately I ain't been home.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And we are right here to discuss a very important, essential subject with our brother Ajibade and Adeshola. For those of you guys who want to join, you know where to join and you know how to join. This is the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And you know, this is the only place, I said only place, only place you can feel at home, feel comfortable. Let's not forget that Andy Ruiz Jr., the former unified heavyweight king of the universe, or let me say heavyweight plump, heavyweight F bastard of the universe, wanted to take down this channel right here. And we have to fight back, and we keep on fighting back. We're gonna be talking about Deontay Wilder. You know, listen, I'm telling you right now, I may not be the biggest of Wilder fan. I can tell you, listen, I can tell you, oh, I'm Deontay Wilder super fan. But one thing is certain, I want Deontay Wilder to knock out Tyson Fury after what he did recently, after leading all of us on, after using Joshua's name for clout. And believe you me, what I'm seeing for Wilder right here, this guy, he still got it, and his head movement has improved immensely, as you can see right here. The guy is coming for vengeance. Listen, I will definitely be supporting Joshua to beat Fury because, like, I feel like even though I like Fury as a fighter, I think he's good for boxing, but he's so inconsistent, and that is really the down part of it. Consistent, he lies a lot. You know, he doesn't give us the fight I want to see. The guy is a complete fraud. You know, and I mean, this is what it is. Now let's take a look at it right here. Let's just listen to the sound of Wilder's punches, man. This guy is look. Oh. You see, you hearing it? You see the combination? Wilder may as well knock Fury out. I'm just telling you right now, listen, Wilder may as well knock Fury out. Listen, but yeah, I know you guys have other things to you. You guys, you know, you guys have your own opinion. And let's get our brothers in. Let's get Ajibade and Adeshola in here. Ajibade Alpha. Adeshola, I will do this up. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir. We're doing well. I'm doing well, very well. Thank you, sir.
Ajibade, it's been a long time, brother. I'm Miss Montino.
Yes, my brother. Everything is fine. It's been a long time. I'm so busy.
Ajibade, you guys don't know that Ajibade used to be one of the generals of Boxing Block Center. You know, he is one of the early generals of BBC. You know, before we had Everton Tom, then Tajak became on board, and you know, a lot of the other guys. You know, and Clement also was one of the generals. You know, it's crazy. How's life?
Yeah, we thank God. You know, life is good, and we thank God. Coronavirus is came and gone, and we're still here. You know, we try to survive, and trying to, it really affects a lot of businesses. You know, like we are like business this thing like this. It's been very difficult, but we thank God that everything is back to normal now. You know, and everything is good. So we thank God, and we are here now. Ready to put things up again.
Thanks a lot, brother. I just want to say I have to appreciate you for coming to the show, and but you know, there's so many subjects that I've always wanted to hear your take on. So many subjects. Yeah. Okay, now let's just go first to the Tyson Fury. You know, one. Him really listen. He really led us on. He deceived us. The guy is a complete fraud. You know, he might be a good fighter, no doubt. He's a boxing maestro. He's got the skill set and all those kind of stuff. But as a person, the guy lies so much. And, you know, I'm beginning to feel like this guy maybe he didn't want Joshua. Like, can you imagine that in the space of 4 days, everything got made easily. And July 24th is rumored to be the date the fight will take place, the trilogy. And the pause split is gonna be 60-40 in favor of Fury, and it's gonna be in front of 40,000 people in the Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium capacity, I heard, is around 73,000, but because of coronavirus, and pandemic, and of course the restrictions and all that, and it's gonna be around 40,000 people there. What was the initial what was the initial thoughts when you heard Tyson the Gypsy Fraud Fury pulled out of Anthony Joshua fight?
Thank you so much for the for inviting me to the platform today. Basically, I'm not surprised. I was not surprised when I heard the news, because basically I knew Fury that he has a history of lying. No, you can't hold him for his word. If you understand what I mean, it's very chronic. His way is not plain. Tyson Fury is the kind of person that when they say good morning, we advise you to go outside to go and check the time, or look outside and see what's going on there. You can't just believe him. He's a chameleon, kind of. His style is changed. And if you look at his dad as well, I think they have almost the same character. In a sense whereby from the day one of this Joshua fight, he was using Joshua to get a lot of crowd, a lot of energy, like that. But at the long run, everybody know that he doesn't want the fight anyway, because he's scared of Joshua. Fury is scared of Joshua. Joshua names is giving Fury an attack, and from the day one, he's been looking for a way to escape this whole thing. And if you're looking from the beginning, he's been saying it. Oh, I'm not sure this fight will hold. Remember the TikTok on the giving Joshua a few hours to be able to, all those kind of things. It's been so negative about all this, about the fight from the general. And if you look at his team, did not put any effort in putting the match together. So that tells you that they don't really want the match anyway, but they're just deceiving the public, just to make sure that, we know what we're doing, we want the fight. They'll be telling you they want the fight, but they did not put any energy to make the fight happen. It was Joshua team and Eddie that was doing all the run around, and at the end of the day, it's going to be 50-50, So that shows me from the beginning that they don't really want the fight. So, and even when they call John Fury to the station, he was saying, "Oh, I'm not sure the fight will hold. I think Fury need one or two. I think Fury need one or two. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, so I think Fury need one or two fights to be able to prepare for Joshua's fight. All this thing is being negative. It's part of the tongue. They know what they are doing from the beginning. They don't want this match. They don't want this fight. They don't want a smoke at all from Joshua. They know Joshua is very tactical. He's very brain. He knows how to maneuver. Joshua is the only guy that can beat Fury every time, every minute. He's the only guy, and they know that. Fury know that. So, but all these things they're saying is just using it to, buy his time, and so he's been looking for a way to escape the lion zone. So, an opportunity, he knew that this Deontay Wilder issue is going on, and he knew that he's already lost the case, and that it came out just a few hours. Before the news got to the public, and he said, "Oh, I just spoke to Saudi King now. The fight is going to hold." And I said, "No, this guy is coming with this. Is coming with the negative. There's something is going to come out with this, because all this while you'll be saying, oh, you are not sure the fight is going to hold. TikTok on the Instagram, or all this kind of thing, negative from the beginning." And now just came out and say, "Oh, 24/7, oh, the fight is going to hold. You can promise all your fans and stuff like that." This guy is a liar. He doesn't want the fight. And look at the energy. Quickly, just within few hours. Why when they told us that the fight is been Deontay Wilder win the case, they quickly booked the stadium, the place to fight. They signed the contract within How many days? So that should tell you that this guy is just looking for an opportunity to run away from Joshua. You know what I mean? This guy fear Joshua. Nobody wants the smoke from Joshua. No one. No one. So that's what I'm on this. That's what I thought. So Fury is never been trusted. Never trust Fury. You know, let's go back to the kind of Klitschko when he fought Klitschko. He fought Klitschko. He won Klitschko by fluke. By fluke. And he knew that Klitschko is going to kill him by the time he come back. What did he do? You know, he avoid, and then he just avoid the contract, and he said, okay, fine, it's better for me to leave the belt and just let me keep my red coat unbeaten. You know, so all this thing is just fluke. This guy has no smoke, and that's what I could say about that.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate you for that essential message that you just delivered right now. Let's get our brother Adeshola in. Adeshola, what was your initial thought when you, of course, heard about the news of Fury? Should I say ducking? That Fury ducked and then Joshua, or should I say he pulled out of the fight? Let's just give him a benefit of the doubt that he didn't duck the fight, he just pulled out. But if you look at it in a very non-biased way, you have to say the guy ducked. He avoided, like he played us, he used us. He made us believe that the fight was going to happen, only for we to find out that the fight, him and Bob Haram, who I I trusted Bob Haram, thinking because he's a lawyer, things will be different. He knows what he's doing, or he's going to be transparent. Only for me to find out that Bob Haram is even more of he's an evil genius, like our brother Wiki said the other day. He was the first guy to call Bob Haram an evil genius. Say this guy is an evil genius. I said, well, how do you mean by that? He said, well, listen, this guy is playing two sides. As a lawyer, he's playing two sides. He's like, this guy is a manipulator, and where that ended up happening. What do you make of that, bro?
Thank you very much, Boxing Block Center, for the opportunity given to me to be a contributor on this platform.
No problem, brother. This is your home, brother. You're welcome, always welcome home, brother.
Yeah. So, based on observation, if you look at the whole thing from onset, Frank Warren will say something, as much as Eddie Hearn is doing everything possible to make the match happen, to make the fight. If you cannot add input, if you cannot add to the fire, just leave it alone. Leave the work for someone who is ready to work. Don't pour cold water into the fire, so you don't put double wala for the body.
Funny, that's a great that's a great proverb, brother.
So Eddie Hearn was running to Saudi, doing everything possible. Frank Warren will say something else, will veer away from, will pour cold water into everybody's mind. Like Bob Haram too, with Eddie Hearn, as much as Eddie Hearn is working, he will say Eddie Hearn is a joker. Now, on the other hand, Tyson Fury will come on social media and call Joshua a bomb. He will call Joshua a doser. He will come and call Joshua a docker. He would say all sorts of things. But the person you are calling all this name, he's ready to go to war 24/7. He's ready to go to war since the day he was born. He's ready to fight you. He calls you out. Now, remember, let's not forget that the sole reason why Anthony Joshua lost to Chameleon was because of this Fury and Wilder. That is the genesis of the whole thing. The guy was chasing all these guys. Nobody wants to fight him. And he doesn't want to fight just ordinary contender. He wants to fight credible people. So now, but let me not deviate. Let me come back to the
Bro, you've got all the
matter.
time. You've got the time. I like Aya narrating the story.
Because of this Wilder and Fury, why that was the reason why, because AJ keep chasing them. Come and fight me. There is money, there is fight. There is money, there is fight. You don't have to use my name for a clout. Let's do the real thing. Come. They even offer Deontay Wilder 100 million. Yet he turned it down to go fight Luis Ortiz. They turned it down to go fight Dominic Brazil. So Fury, even before he has the strap of WBC, he wouldn't fight Joshua. He tried to fight this guy that broke his face.
Otto Wallin.
Otto Wallin. Before Otto Wallin, he fought another guy. They keep fighting. Even me too, where I know they fight boxing. Pawata will turn out to rough if I say make I fight these guys.
You fall in love with Monty though. I
So,
love him Vietnamese.
There was a guy, this is just ridiculous. So now I think I overheard it from you that AJ actually gave Otto Wallin some tips how to beat Fury that time. I think I heard it from you. If somebody that can give you a real prototype,
because him and Joshua sparred, I mean,
that can give you a format to beat somebody. If you now and you use part of the format and he had that success, how much more if the person that has that format blueprint gets in the ring with Fury? That's going to be devastating. So now it is very obvious that Fury has been looking for a way out all this while. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I can hear you. Continue. Don't worry. Everybody, people are watching you. People are watching us live. They're listening live.
He's been looking for a good reason to back out, because he's been saying he need a tune-up fight. If you are the best fighter and you've not fought for a while, a bomb might beat you in the ring. What is he saying? Is he calling Joshua a bomb? No, it's just a tactic that, hey, everybody, in case this guy beats me, it's not because he's too good. It's not because he's better than me. It's just because I haven't fought for a while. He's already preparing people's mind, planting excuses in the people's mind for a fight that you haven't even fought. So now is John Fury is Tyson Fury's dad, right?
Yeah.
That man has been saying Fury needs a tune-up. He needs a tune-up. He's not going to fight now. Then again, he will say, hey, we are ready. We are ready to fight you. Joshua, you bomb. My son is going to knock you out cold. They have been inconsistent in their claims, in their narratives. They have been really inconsistent. Today, they will say Tyson need a tune-up. Tomorrow, it will say. Now, they began to play all sorts of mind games. At the time, he was jumping into the river fight. He was, putting all kinds of things up. But we all know that he's training hard. He's just sending a wrong impression out there. They want Joshua to relax, relent, feels like, oh, he's got everything. This guy is not ready. While Joshua did not fall for all those kind of things. Joshua even said all the things Fury was doing, he understands it. That he's going to be preparing for the best of Fury ever. So all those things he was doing is just a game to make Joshua feels like, oh, no problem. You know?
Yeah,
Hello?
brother. I'm listening, bro. Yeah, I'm listening.
So, yeah. So, with all this, they look for, I'm sure they're just using Joshua's name. I won't be surprised. Just like Deontay Wilder did the other time, calling out this guy now fighting someone else. Now Fury too. The reason why he quickly when the arbitration decision goes in favor of Deontay Wilder, how come they quickly fix a venue? How come? Because I saw it yesterday that the contract has been signed. They already have a date. The decision was taken just last week, and by before the end of last week, they already had a venue. They already have everything signed. So, which means something must have been going on underneath. According to Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they will say so. They have been so inconsistent. So it is really, really glaring and fishy. Now, well, hopefully, maybe in future, he might eventually fight AJ or not, But whether with them or without them, we all know AJ's level. 247, 7 times a week, including Sunday and Saturday, AJ will beat all these guys. Because the more they delay this fight, the more they delay it, the better for AJ. AJ is not relenting. This guy is getting better every now and then. Number 2, the Fury Wilder's contest. Well, let's see how it plays out. I hope I can go on like that.
Bro, continue, bro. Well, you've got time. We've got time for sure.
I hope we'll keep our fingers crossed and see we'll see how it's gonna play out. But my concern is that how long has Deontay Wilder has been training and getting prepared? The skill set of Fury has mastered his craft. He may not really have that knockout power like that, but it's as much as he's crafty in talking and playing tricks and playing mind game. So the same thing when he gets in the ring. Deontay Wilder does not possess enough tools and weapons to counter Fury. If it was the overweighted Fury in the first bout, where he might be able to stand a chance. So this is my take. I see some new videos of Wilder in new training with another trainer. Brilliant. I see all those head movements. I see all the body shot, the left hook, everything. He hits every hand and is fast. But this is my concern. Working in the gym, learning a craft is different from application and implementation in the ring. When you haven't mastered the skill set, you haven't mastered the craft, it could be really concerning, because a lot of things set in when you are in action. Emotions, mindset. I'm trying to figure out this now. There are some things that comes into play. You know, if you find out that the skill set you couldn't apply it well, and this guy is not going to allow you use it, you turn it to rough. There is a saying in Yoruba, Nigeria, they say, if instead of make small pikin dribble me, I go do ojoro. They will say, "Kakakomode pamilayo, mafo joro go." Instead make small pikin dribble me just like that, disgrace me, I go do ojoro. I go turn out to rough. So when it gets to that, if we couldn't have his way with all those tactics because he hasn't mastered the craft well, it will turn him to rough. And in the process of turning into rough, like the way he used to swing and everything, because of the desperation, he wants a revenge, he wants his title back. He will play into Fury's hand. If he had the kind of skill set that Joshua possessed, the skill set that Joshua possessed was why he was able to outwit Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia in the second bout, because he had that power is there. You see, the first or second round, it already broke Andy Ruiz's face, and at that point, even though it was a slimmer Joshua, but Andy Ruiz was afraid to come in because he knows if he tries to engage, or like he did the other time, he wants to come in, he's going to pay in a dangerous way. He realized that this is a different Joshua. In fact, as a matter of fact, in the first bout, Andy Ruiz wouldn't have beat Joshua in that bout, but because of probably Joshua was not mentally, emotionally balanced, it's obvious that something was wrong with him. The moment he gets Andy Ruiz on the first knockdown, he just wanted to finish him. And in that process was where it was a mistake, even with the damaged Joshua then, with the deficient Joshua, with unprepared Joshua, because Andy Ruiz was just a 9-minute replacement. If he had kept it long, if he had fought like he fought the first time, getting a knockdown is 8-10. And he fought like that, and he keep him long, and fought like that for 12 rounds. He will still win that bout. But the mistake he made was, oh, I've knocked this guy down, let me finish him and let's say good night. So now to talk of the new, improved, modified, what do they call it now? Joshua with all this weapon of 100 million bazooka that this guy is carrying in his two hands, pull and counter. So the reason, if Deontay Wilder add the kind of sequence, the kind of beat, the kind of vibe, the kind of scale, the kind of phrase, modes that Anthony Joshua has, he might have a chance. Because if you try this one, if it doesn't work, you will bring another one out. Look at the kind of uppercut Joshua used to destroy Kubrapulev. I have never seen Joshua use that kind of uppercut before. He uses uppercut in a different way, but not like 5 uppercuts at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Look at how he came in from that right angle. As this guy was trying to evade him, he came up. It's just too smooth. So unexpectedly, because the kind of uppercut Joshua used to apply, I knew Kubrapulev was already prepared for such. In the first bout with Andy Ruiz, Joshua tried to use that same that is old style of uppercut he used against Dillian White, the one he used against Vladimir Klitschko, but Andy Ruiz deactivated it. But that tells you that for someone who is making research, who is working, who has so many things, who keep perfecting things over time. So all these things that Wilder is doing is good. If we do this for like another 1 year, fight some bombs, apply those things, apply those techniques, master the craft, and come and fight Fury, he might stand a chance. But right now, if the fight, the 24th of July is just in about 1 month's time. It's too close. It's too close. So he might not have a chance. I don't see him knock out Fury. It might end up in 12 rounds, winning by point decision, and Fury might still knock him out. Because Fury too is not sitting down there for. In fact, I believe the reason why he took Deontay Wilder quickly, why he jumped it at is because he sees that let me use this guy and do warm up. Let me use this guy and do shake off my ring rust, because he's been trying to look for a tune-up. So this is an opportunity for a tune-up. Jump at it. So I wish both of them a good luck, but any day, anytime, Joshua no be anybody's mate right now. No matter what they are saying, no matter what Fury is saying, he intentionally duck, whether systematically or intentionally, probably the decision of the arbitration court favored him. He will be looking for it. That now the thing where they fine. Now they give him so. You see him so. So that's my take. Thank you very much, my brother Raymond, Great Boxing World Center.
You're too much, brother. I really do appreciate you. And make of course, bless our brother Ajibade not the line, but I will call him for the other side. So I'll call, make a holla you back.
Okay, thank you.
So guys, stay tuned. Coming right back. Hello, Ajibade and Ibrahim. Alpha.
Hello, my brother.
Wow.
Ajibade. This is the first generals of boxing blocks in a long time.
Wow, bro. You just interrupted my my watching of the Kugel Cassius and Eddie Hearn interview. Fucking hell, mate.
What happened, man?
Have you not seen the interview yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. What's it about?
I'm still watching it. It's obviously the first time Eddie Hearn's come on really talking about the situation, isn't it? Oh, mate.
Wow, really?
Yeah, bro. Like it's an hour and 15 minutes interview.
An hour and 15 minutes interview?
It's a big one. It's a long one.
That's too long, man. I don't know. I don't know if we can go through that. An hour and 15 minutes. Oh, Eddie Hearn say I'm pissed off.
Pissed off, mate.
Maybe we should listen to it, But before we do so, our brother Ajibade, your take on the possibility of Deontay Wilder knocking out Tyson Fury in the trilogy.
To be honest with you, yeah, it's good. Have you ever seen a way whereby you're pushing somebody too much, and that person come back to you, and it comes back to be on a different level. Because the way I'm looking at it now, it's as if the whole world is now underestimate. I mean, they underestimate Deontay Wilder now. And if Deontay Wilder could come back, the only problem I've seen Deontay Wilder is that he doesn't have that hard mind. He doesn't have that warrior mind, to swallow defeat. If he could be able to get over that and have that boldness to be able to if you're able to have that kind of spirit that Joshua has during the Ruiz time, I will put my money on Deontay Wilder to win Fury. The reason is that everybody now is supporting to Fury, that Fury is going to win and that sort of thing. And I think Wilder now, he knew where he made a mistake and is putting more energy to correct that area. Because I'm watching his training at the moment, and I could see that it's gone beyond what we used to know before. The head movement is perfect now. The leg movement, the body movement, is kind of very flexible. So if he could be able to apply all this in his in the fight, together with his power of shot, I think it might be able to put Fury in trouble. You know what I mean? So, but something like this normally come out in the other way around. I mean, normally come out in a very surprising and shocking moment. And I think Fury, this could have been a great opportunity for him to fight Joshua, but I think he has lost it. This opportunity might not happen again. So probably this could be a second chance for Wilder to have the opportunity again. So I want to see.
You mean third chance?
Third. No. The second chance to have. To Joshua, it could be a second chance. That it could be his second chance to fight Joshua, because Joshua have given him the first chance, which he decided to fight Fury, and Fury took the bet away from him. I bet you is fighting himself for not have accepted that deal, because now he's now looking at, wow, so Fury is going to collect this money that I supposed to collect. So he's going to come out with a very stronger style to fight Fury, to come out, for the fight with Joshua, because he knew that if he beat Joshua, if he beat Fury, he's going to come back to fight Joshua. Everyone is after this money, and now he knows that, where the big money is Joshua. Everyone want to fight Joshua. So he's going to come out with the Fury keep on saying, oh, I'm the best, that kind of thing. So he doesn't really know the value of what Joshua carries. Now, Deontay Wilder knows. He knows. So now he's coming out with the full energy. I think so. He's coming out with the full energy to defeat Fury. Then he can have the opportunity to get the big pay. So then he will not be begging for 20 million again. It will be like having a contract of 100 million. So everybody wants that. So if I will personally put my money on Deontay Wilder this time, I've never supported Deontay Wilder before, but I think I will put my money on him this time. Maybe something money that I might not be able to. If I lose, it won't pay me. But I'll just put it there, because I think sometimes the nature could work, in a very in a very different way that that will shock people. Like, wow, so this could happen. So I think that's what's going to happen now. So what's it called? Deontay Wilder is a very good fighter. Let's just ignore what happened in the previous fight. Yes, he has some lapses, but he's not a saint when it comes to fight. He's a good fighter. He knows what to do. But It's just that Fury could get at him at the weak point. So now he's working on his weak point, and I believe he could be able to conquer Fury. And trust me, I will prefer Deontay Wilder and Joshua than Fury and Joshua, because Fury fight is a bit boring, kind of. It used to be boring. I think the best of the fight is the one that fought Deontay Wilder, you know. And I don't want Joshua to have that frustrating and boring fight, you know. If you look at when he fought Klitschko, he used that tactics, that boring fight to win Klitschko. And I don't want to see Joshua. I don't think Joshua might have the kind of patience to be able to contain that. But I know Joshua is very smart to be able to work on that. But I would still prefer Joshua to Deontay Wilder for a better, you know, an entertaining fight rather than the Fury. So that's what I think. But I would definitely put my money on Deontay Wilder this time, because I want him to win.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate it. Ibrahim, your take on this before we vamut?
It looks the same as normal, man. Like, I don't let emotion cloud my judgment. I grew up like that. I used to be a hot-headed kid, and I've grown since my missus, actually, she's the one that calmed me down. The last 10 years, she's been slowly breaking me down. So I don't let my emotion cloud my judgment, even though I'm a very emotional person. The reality is, I spoke on this the other day. Everyone was kind of rooting for Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder the first fight, because we saw what Wilder did to AJ. We thought it was disgusting, and we wanted him to get smashed because we just wanted someone to actually give us the undisputed fight, and we thought Fury was going to be that guy, right? Now, the roles are now reversed. Fury's fucked us around so much that now we're not going back and actually rooting for Wilder to actually win the fight again. The difference in this situation is what we think doesn't have an impact on what we want. The reason Tyson won last time is because he's the better boxer. And the reason I feel Tyson's going to win again is because he's the better boxer. You know, what I want is for Deontay to knock him spark out. But what's the reality? Listen, none of us have a crystal ball. What do I think is going to happen is you have to go with the better fighter. You can't say, oh, because I want this guy to win, I think I'm going to put money on the worst fighter winning just because I want him to win. That's not how boxing works. You know, if Real Madrid was playing my local Sunday team, I might want my local Sunday team to win all I want, but Real Madrid are going to tear us in the arsehole. All right, that's just the reality of it, right? So that's the way that I see it. As much as it pains me, as much as Fury's fucked us around, as much as the guy's a fucking coward, arsehole, bitch, everything. You know, we're talking about a fight, 2 men in the ring, and I think Tyson Fury is the better fighter, and I think he's likely to win.
Can I conquer that? Can I counter that?
You're free, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to counter that. Let's look. Let's go back.
This is BBC. This is not counterpunch boxing. You know.
Hold on.
Well, he can counter it though. Westbrook is I need
to counter that because let's look from 3 years backward. All right, from 3 years backward, who's Deontay Wilder? All right, from 3 years Wilder. Wilder is one of the best fighters that we were saying that is going to beat AJ. That majority.
We weren't saying that.
We weren't saying that, mate.
No, I said that. Listen. I've corrected myself. Can you listen? I said majority of people.
No, right? That's also incorrect.
That's not correct, bro.
Look, people from US and all this kind of thing, they believe that Wilder is going to beat Joshua.
Yeah, LDBC guys, man.
Like 70% of people in US, they believe that Wilder is going to beat AJ.
That's not true.
We can't just be
That's not true.
Like that.
Okay. Let's go on. If you think that's not true, but we don't have the statistics at the moment. But I believe that people from the US, they believe that Wilder, they prefer Wilder to AJ. Yeah, that's the fact.
It's not fact, bro. It's not fact. Don't
And if
say
you
it's
look at the
fact.
population,
It's your opinion.
if you look at look at other boxing channels that they want to go and interview
Most-
You
people.
mean the LDB? You mean the
We're talking
LDB?
about LDBC.
You mean the
Exactly.
you mean the braggadocious LDBC coons?
No. What I'm saying is that people in US, okay? I'm not talking about UK now.
Bro, let me just quickly jump in. Take the
No,
LDBC out.
let me finish. I've not said anything.
Just quickly.
No, I've not made my point yet. You have to hold on.
Most
No, let me make my
American
point. You have to hold on.
Except for the LDBC, most
No,
American channels do not
Ibrahim,
make Wilder as a worthy champion. They do not.
let me
they
finish.
don't
Ibrahim,
respect
let him finish.
Let me finish. All right. What I'm saying is that 3 years backward, all right. Whether you believe, whether it's a thought or whatever, everyone believe that Wilder. All right. Okay. Let's leave that one. That Wilder is the champion. That he has the belt, give or take. He has the belt, and then the reason why majority of people doesn't like Wilder is because Wilder is trading. It's like it's not being straightforward with Joshua. That's where he got his enemy from. That's where he's got his the negative vibes from. That's the truth. All right. So, but what I'm saying is that Wilder is not a saint when it comes to heavyweight. It's a good fighter. I mean, like, it's like he knows how to fight. I mean, like, it may not be the best, but at least it's still, it's still the top. It's still the top fighter. Are you getting my point? So, if I now say that, okay, fine, he has a weak point, which he knows that he has a weak point. Now, his weak point is head movement. He believes so much on his hand and on his right hand, and so he doesn't want to learn more. Are you getting my point now? So everyone on this earth is bound to make a mistake. Everyone has a negative area that we are not so good at. So now, if he could be able to work on that aspect of say, okay, fine, this is where my lapses is. This is where I'm lacking. Okay, so let me take this time to go and learn about that to cover that lapses. Remember, this is heavyweight champion. Anyone can knock anybody out. Anyone can knock anybody out. This is not about, if I said I want to put my money on it, it's not a bit of sentiment. No, it's not about. I'm not saying that it's not like you are bringing somebody from some top 50 to come and fight somebody in top first three. I'm talking about somebody that have been on the top first for so many years. Now he got defeated twice just because he refused to learn from its mistake. He refused to learn. Now he has taught. They have taught him a lesson to learn in the hard way. So now, if he could be able, and I said that in my previous in my statement, if he could be able, to learn what he has taught, what I'm saying now, the head movement, the leg movement, the body movement.
Can I come in?
Hold on. If you could be able to learn that, listen. If you could be able to learn that, he will cover the lapses. And everyone, if he covers the lapses, he has a good shot, he could win. This is heavyweight. Personally, I'm not talking about you. Personally, I will put my money. Because I want him to win. I will put my money on him. Okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying personally, I will put my. But I'm not saying that on his statements. I'm saying on the fact that if you can be able to cover his lapses, why not? He's the heavyweight champion. Everybody can win.
Okay.
That's what I'm
let
saying.
me make my point now.
Okay, go on.
Okay, Mario, go on.
No, yeah, go on. Then I'll come in after you, bro.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, we can talk about ifs, buts, and maybes, but what we have to go on when we're talking about predicting the fight is we have to go on what we have seen. Ifs, buts, and maybes don't mean shit. It's like they say, sparring is different from the actual fight. So you releasing clips or 30-second clips of you moving your head doesn't tell me you are going to be able to deliver in the ring. Now, once Wilder comes against Fury and he delivers that, his next performance after that, I'm going to be making decisions based on what I saw in that fight. But right now, I haven't seen that in the fight, so I'm not going to predict that he's going to come and become, Mike Tyson all of a sudden bobbing and weaving. I can't do that. I haven't seen that. Right?
That is true. He's right.
What if you win? What will you say if he wins? If you win this match,
Bro,
what will you do?
bro,
He can't win.
can we, in all honesty, right? Sorry, I didn't join from the beginning of the conversation, but I'm just gonna pick up from the few things I heard. I think Ajibade said. First, you said that is a known fact that Wilder, everybody believed that Wilder would have beaten AJ. That's not true.
No, that's been
I think,
corrected. As a few people believe, because if you look at the population of the US, it's more than UK. All right.
no,
And the
bro,
majority of people in the US
boxing
believe.
is not even everywhere. Boxing in the US died for so many years, so that's not even an argument.
No,
to
everybody
even
knows
start
that.
with.
Everybody knows
Okay.
that. I'm saying
Now,
that.
bro, you can't say that because listen, I'm sure you've got people in the US, and we all have people in the US, and that statement is not true. Now, if you're talking about hardcore Wilder supporters, the LDBC, of course, they all believed, all of them, that Wilder is going to beat AJ. But if you speak to other boxing fans who are not in that camp, LDBC camp, I don't think anybody believes that.
So are you saying it's only LDBC and AJ believe that
I'm not
Wilder
saying it's
can
only
beat AJ?
I'm not saying it's only LDBC. I'm saying that LDBC believes that the most, because you said everybody, most Americans.
Listen.
And that is not true. Can I just say what I need to say, bro?
No,
But he's right though. Like
that everybody
he's
has been
right.
corrected. All right,
You can't say everybody in the
corrected.
U.S. is thinks Wilder's gonna Wilder beats AJ. You don't know everybody in the U.S. You're only hearing it from the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the U.S. and I don't. I'm not a big Wilder
lives in
fan.
the U.S. Ty lives in the U.S.
I'm not a big Wilder fan.
I'm not sure if you guys heard what I said. That everybody has been corrected.
Listen, Wilder doesn't listen.
Everybody, listen. I won't allow you to go on. Everybody has been corrected. That's what I want to say. Everybody is the slip of tongue, and that has been corrected. So stop mentioning everybody because it's been corrected.
Yeah, but your point you're trying to make is you're saying everybody in the U.S. or majority.
Oh my God, it's not. Listen to me. Listen. That everybody has been corrected. I'm not sure if you heard what I said from the beginning. I said everybody has been corrected. That's the slip of tongue. I said people in the US still believe, that until now.
Before, yeah, but when you say people, do you mean 2 people? Is it 2 people, 5 people? How many people?
Few, you can't say few because you don't know the numbers like that, man. You can't even say anybody because you don't know who and who. Listen, you want to. I'm even in doubt if Wilder really has real supporters, because when Wilder came to when it was a press conference versus Wilder and Fury, people were booing Wilder. It is in the U.S. That didn't make sense to me. That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Like, but I'm saying that before I start my program, before I start my comment, I said let's go back 3 years before now. All right, I said that. So I said let's go back 3 years before now.
Yeah, before
okay, can I give you a history? Can I give you a little bit of history? 3 years before now. All right.
Before,
now, 3 years, can I talk? You've been talking. Can you allow other people to talk, please, bro?
Ajibade, make Bioju talk. You're listening to her.
Okay. Now, if you're going 3 years ago, Wilder wasn't even a pay-per-view star. That is going to tell you the level of his popularity. Okay. So Wilder 3-4 years ago wasn't even that popular. Okay. Even in the US. I'm talking even right there in America, not a lot of people actually knew who Wilder was. Among the boxing community, yes, because we are hardcore boxing fans. But if you ask a normal guy
can the rest of you guys mute it while I'll just speak? And yeah, echo for that beg. Okay, continue, bro.
Yeah, so
who be that safe? Try and mute and
Okay.
What?
So basically, I was just saying 3 years ago, in all honesty, you really can't say that because 3 years ago, Wilder wasn't even fighting on pay-per-view. That is to tell you the level of how he's actually not very popular. He wasn't very popular. Maybe he's a bit more popular now, but he wasn't popular at all. And Wilder wouldn't even fill out arenas whenever he's having his fights. So do you know that Luis Ortiz Wilder first fight wasn't even pay-per-view? So that is to tell you the level of popularity. Now, if you compare Wilder Just say you're comparing to someone like, I don't know, AJ or whatever. When last did AJ have a fight on free TV? In all honesty, when last? It's been a long time. AJ has been a pay-per-view star for a really long time. So
Bro,
that's
AJ was pay-per-view for the UK British Championship, bro. Against Dillian Whyte. That was
exactly
pay-per-view.
from the years of Dillian White at the local level, literally
Yes,
local
yes.
level.
Yes,
So
on that
what
one,
I'm what
on that one, promoter could be blamed for that as well. Okay, promoter could be blamed for that. If you have a very proactive promoter like Eddie, you can see that Eddie really pushed AJ and he market AJ very well. So on
Oh,
that
no,
aspect of
absolutely. The point we're making
yes,
Uh,
is
so
about
on that
popularity 3
aspect,
years ago.
I would not blame Wilder for that. I would blame the promoter on that.
No one's blaming him for that. But you raised the point about 3 years ago, like he was this
and
megastar
I'm just
3
trying to
years
counter
ago.
the 3 years ago.
Let my
to
Ojo
even say
finish
that.
now. Let my Ojo finish. Everybody, let them finish. Let my Ojo finish before because we need to record, quickly. So make una do one quick.
Okay. So the fact is that 3 years ago, Wilder wasn't such a big star. All right. So let's just put that aside. Now you talked about in terms of like Wilder developing his skills. Listen, when you've neglected something for so long, you cannot, especially going into the ring against a good, skillful, extremely skillful boxer like Tyson Fury. It's almost an impossible job. Listen, I am rooting for Wilder. I have to be honest, only from an emotional standpoint. That is just the truth. Okay? It's not from me knowing that Wilder is able to do it because he's improving his skills. No. I'm only rooting for Wilder because I feel so disgusted with Tyson Fury at the minute because of all these lies and everything is done. So that's the only reason why I'm rooting for Wilder. Like I said, do I believe that Wilder beats Fury? I really don't. But I'm just hoping. I'm praying. But for you to say that, oh, he has improved this, he's improved that. Listen, when you get in that ring and you get pushed back, you're going to go back to your old ways. It's as simple as that. And if you've not been doing it, if Wilder had a few fights, say 1 or 2 fights, and he's able to use his skills, we might say, okay, maybe he's improved enough, but he's going straight back. That's a straight rematch. He's going straight back to fight the guy who literally destroyed him. Did you see that match? The first fight, the second fight was a disgrace. He destroyed Wilder completely. So I don't even see how Wilder is able to do it. Like, personally, I'm rooting for Wilder from an emotional standpoint, only because I just hope and wish and pray that this Fury guy, I just want him humbled. That's all. But not because I believe that Wilder is killed all of a sudden. Within a year, he's going to become that fantastic boxer that is going to go in there and do a job on Fury. Now, I just hope that, he's able to do it. I pray he's able to do it. I pray that, Fury gets so cocky and overconfident and something happens. He gets knocked out with that powerful straight right from Wilder. But other than that, man, I don't give him much of a chance, to be honest with you. But I hope, personally, I hope, to be honest, but I don't see it, to be honest.
Yeah, thank you for that. And that's why I make that point that Deontay Wilder is not is a top fighter. And this is if you look at my statement right from the beginning, I make that statement that's defined. Deontay Wilder is a top fighter as well. He has that shot of winning. Okay, so I just put everything in together. I think you guys are just holding only one thing that I said. You didn't understand what I said from the beginning. What I'm saying instead is that Wilder is one of the top fights as well, and this is a heavyweight fighter. Anyone can win. Who believe that Ruiz can beat can beat AJ? Who believe that? Nobody. Okay, and anything could happen. But
people weren't putting their money on Ruiz, though.
Do you know some people put money on Ruiz? Do you know how much they made? Do you know they make a lot of money?
Some people did, to be fair. Some people did, actually.
Do you know they make a lot of money on that?
In their first fight?
Yeah,
no,
in the first fight.
Yes.
In the first fight, yeah. Ruiz Junior's brother even put money on it and he won 10,000.
They make a lot of money.
Obviously, his brother's going to
put money. So this time around...
No, actually, you know what? I'm sorry, bro. Ibrahim, some boxing fans actually did because, people came from that standpoint where they believed that Joshua's focus wasn't Ruiz. And they felt that Joshua was going to... he wasn't going to be really focused and he's going to underestimate Ruiz. And people to be fair, it was only hardcore boxing fans that really knew
exactly.
about Ruiz. You know, to
Exactly.
be honest. So,
Exactly.
you know,
So
those hardcore boxing fans thought that Ruiz had a chance, and
okay. So
they did put money.
So on that basic, yeah, that they thought Anthony Joshua is going to underlook Ruiz. So on that basic, that's why I'm going to put my money on it. So that because Fury might
Underestimate.
underestimate.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
So
it
I'm going
might.
to put my
Yeah.
money on that, and I stand on that. I will put my money on that, and I will let you guys know that I put my money on that. So I said that I will not put money that if I lose it, it will be so painful. I'll put the money that if I lose, no, I will accept it. But this can happen, all right? This can happen the way it happened in Joshua Fury. And you know what? You have to be wise. This could happen. And if this guy win, you win a lot of money on it. That's the way I'm putting it. And I will stand by it. I will put money on it because I believe things might happen. Things might happen.
So have you guys seen Eddie
thing.
Hearn's latest interview on IFL?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that
Listen.
soon. So,
Okay.
I want to
nice.
say, guys, thanks for joining me. I will say the guys on the live chat, you guys have you guys have been amazing. So we're gonna talk about Eddie Hearn interview very soon. So stay tuned for more exclusive bangers right here. I beg, make with a mute time for this background.
Oh,